So it starts off with some onions, butter, cream of mushroom soup, mushrooms, and normally I get the name brand, but I got those tops today, and noodles. I'll need more than that though. Take the noodles and put it in boiling water, stir it and cook it till it's al dente. Up the onions. Put the onions with 2 sticks of butter. Cooking, you're going to be cooking down the onions in butter and salt and pepper for a little bit so that they're soft. Stir the onions occasionally. We're going to be putting the sauerkraut in here to fry up when these are all soft. Dump the sauerkraut in a strainer and rinse it with cold water. Doesn't have to be cold because that's not important. But squeeze it, get all the sourness out. I would do this, making sure you get it from the bottom, and keep washing for a little bit and squeezing. Then try to get all the water you can out of it, and let it sit for a little bit because you want to get all that extra water out that comes out of it. Otherwise you'll have to cook it out, so the more you get out of here, the better. Put the sauerkraut in with the butter and mix well, and then cook on a lower heat. This will probably be for at least a good half hour, because you want these to be, we're actually making what's called kapusta. Let it cook for a little bit and keep checking it and stirring it to make sure it doesn't. Then you need to cook it with the top off for a while so that you can get any of the liquid. The butter's already all in it and it's coming around nicely, but we want to cook this down a little, so we'll cook it a bit longer yet. As you can see, it turned more yellowish. You can cook it down a little bit more, but I'm gonna use it this time like this. With your noodles, mix it in, and then we're going to be adding the mushroom soup. Add Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. That's all. Stir it in. I use 3 of them for this size, and I go accordingly. Like if it seems like it needs more, I'll add more. Sometimes I add some more butter, and pretty much you let this cook, and then you have it. That's this. But mix it up good. Cook it in a crock pot, but today I'm gonna cook it like at 200 degrees low, and I'll cover it so the moisture stays in, and let it cook for probably, I don't know, half hour, but you keep coming in and stirring. 1 can to put a little milk in if I need it to be more, to have more moisture, because you don't, so one thing you don't want is dry. Right now it's moist, but I think we could use some little bit of milk in there with it, so I'm gonna do that. It's hard to video and do this, but I start off, I just have 1 can. I figured that's definitely not gonna hurt it, and especially now you can see it's a little bit moister, so if necessary you can put another one in, but at this point right now it looks good. And you always can, you know, after you start cooking it or whatever, taste it, put more salt in. Well, I do anyway. Salt and butter.